Hi everyone, welcome to another episode. Now you might notice some change today. Well, not with me, but with the set. Normally when you watch a talk show, the set stays the same for a whole season. If they're going to make a change, they do it before the next season starts. Well, here at Getting to Know You, however, we do things a little differently. It's not because we plan it that way, it just happens. Someone comes up with an idea or a suggestion, we try it, we like it, we go for it. It's as simple as that. Now, personally, I like that because I like changes. Some say it's because I'm easily bored, maybe. But you know what doesn't bore me? Doing this show. I love it. So let's just get right to it, shall we? Our first guest today is someone who knows a lot about how to connect with businesses here in Chilliwack. So it's time for us to get to know Rachel Doucette. Rachel!
Nancy!
Thank you so much for agreeing to be on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Rachel. Yeah, have a seat here.
Thank you.
And once again, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
For sure. So, like in your bio, you mentioned you're into community connection and business networking. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that involves?
Well, it involves the community. There's a lot of small businesses and they don't always get recognition. Some of them are moving into town, they don't know where to even start. So I do lead the Business Professional Welcome division of Welcome Wagon, which then we would give them a professional welcome to their community, connect them automatically to civic, provincial, and federal offices, and other business professionals in the community that want to connect. And that's ultimately how you get your business going. But it's not always just for new businesses. It could be existing businesses and they just want to connect into the community, find out what's going on and who's leading what in our community and representing.
Now, if I'm a business, how would I find out about you?
You could go to welcomewagon.ca and go into a lot of other business networking events and everything, and you'll probably find me there. The chambers and small business networking groups, I'll be attending almost all of them as much as I can, and that's where I meet a lot of business people who would like that kind of connection to their community.
Is this fairly new?
The Business Professional Welcome has been around for about 20 years.
It's not so new.
Yeah, it's not so new.
And this is the first time I've heard about it. I'm just sort of amazed.
You know, we get that a lot. And so that's kind of the role I took on almost a year ago, and just getting it familiar to people that it's there and use it as a tool to connect and grow your business and connect with other people and help them grow theirs.
So it's a Welcome Wagon. Is this a paid job or is that a volunteer position?
It's paid/volunteer. It depends on how much I put into it, which I put a lot because I'm very passionate about the connection portion and my community. So I like to be out and about and represent that in the community and offer that. I go above and beyond. I do. I love it.
Okay, so you mentioned you're a business owner. What type of business do you have?
I deal with small business and nonprofit, so business foundations, communications, really community engagement aspects, so public relations and team building and just connecting into the community. Again, that's my forte. So that was my business.
Okay. When did you set up your own business?
Almost 10 years ago, I started it, and it led me into greater opportunities and more volunteer, because it ends up being you volunteer more than you work, which I love to do, and it led me even to more greater possibilities in that department. So.
Okay, great. Now, it also says that you're involved in seniors group. In what capacity?
I am Communication Director for Senior Peer Councillors of BC. It's a provincial program that has been around since the 80s. And each community has their own chapter. And I have been volunteering with the Chilliwack chapter for over 7 years now. So I do, again, all their PR, fundraising, and marketing, and just really get people to know that they're there and support other like-minded organizations that would cooperate with us. And it's my heart. It's a whole new world, working with seniors. So.
Right. Okay, so that group that you're involved with, what do they do for seniors?
They're volunteer peer counselors. And so what that means is often we come across seniors that they become isolated, they become depressed. Where else do you go? who else do you have left? There's changes that they face on a day-to-day basis, and they're just left there on their own to kind of to manage that. So we have them referred to us from Fraser Health and other organizations in the community, and also just self-referral. And we'll go in one-on-one, build that trusting relationship, and really connect them to their community, and just listen. Hear them out and where you're at right now, and encourage them and empower them to go through their changes.
So you mentioned some of your hobbies, and you mentioned that you're into dancing.
Yes, very much.
What kind of dancing?
Any kind of dancing, down to from the Legion to party in the park, just dance out in the street.
So you just randomly go around dancing?
Oh, I love dancing.
Yeah.
It's a way to, regenerate.
Yeah.
And live in the spirit.
You also mentioned now that you do a lot of outdoor activities. But
Yeah.
what specific? Because that covers a wide range of items, right, or things.
Yeah. Again, just packing up the kids and the dogs and going to the river for the day. Day camping and going hiking. There's so many trails and so many places to visit around here. So we just like to be out and get all the kids tired, so when we go home they're easy to put to bed.
How old are they?
They range from 20, our oldest is 20, 18, 17, 11, 9, and 8. And don't ask me when their birthdays are. I don't. I won't get there.
Okay, well, I'm just thinking if the oldest one is 20,
Yes.
you look like you're like 29.
Aw, thank you.
Like, what were you, 5?
No, I was a young mom.
Were you?
Yeah, and that goes with the lifestyle that I lived back then, and it really encouraged me to make a lot of changes. So, and rely on my community to really help me being a young mom. So again, back to that community connection is so important to me.
Okay, very, very good. Now this is what gets me. Okay, in your list of hobbies, it says social networking. I mean, you do that as a living.
I know, but I love it. You know why? Because I love people. I really do. And the more you get out, I mean, every opportunity, even in the grocery line, you can meet a friend,
That's true, yeah.
So social networking and connecting. I'll make friendships right in the lineup with me, and the next thing you know, they're friends, and they run into me later saying, wow, remember when you got us talking, and now we're together.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than doing a job that you enjoy that becomes not a job anymore, right? Yeah. But the bonus is you get paid for doing something you really like.
Yeah, love what you do and do what you love, right?
Yeah. One of the things I find, like as a senior, is like, I don't know what I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know where to go for, to find out certain things. Like sometimes I'm surprised, like as a senior, I'm allowed to have or can get this. It's like, well, nobody tells you those. There's a lot of places that you can go, I think, where you can find out that you have rights for this, whatever.
We just developed a program called Bridging the Years. It's an intergenerational program. And so we take our seniors in our community and plug them into the youth. And it's a coaching, seniors get to really share experiences with the youth that can help, whatever depression or changes they think they're going through. Every single experience that they've heard has changed their life and made them realize it's not about them, and wow, if you can go through the war, with kids, I can go through my whatever's going on at school, and vice versa. So the seniors are actually getting empowered by the youth, learning about new trends and technology, and just bringing spice of life back, right? Because every senior I talk to, they always say, I'm 20 years old, stuck in this body, Yes. So really, it gives them life. And even the steering committee on its own for Bridging the Years consists of youth and seniors, and watching those relationships flourish have just been phenomenal.
You must have met millions now, or thousands at least of people, right, through this?
Yeah, absolutely. And I use that to the advantage of what I do, really connecting people. So often I'll get phone calls, I'm looking for, a good plumber, or I'm looking for someone who can help me do this project I'm doing. And so often I'm going to a lot of meetings and connecting people to people on different projects that they're doing.
Mm-hmm. One final question, because we're almost out of time. I've heard you referred to as the hub.
Yes.
So how did you get that handle?
Again, because I'm out into the community and I'm meeting new people and new businesses and opportunities, people refer to me right away. oh, have you talked to Rachel? She might be able to help you. So I get a lot of phone calls and emails and just want to sit down to see what I can do to help them connect into their community. And I love it. Again, I love it.
That's awesome. Well, once again, like I said, we're out of time, but I really appreciate you coming, and
Thank you for
perhaps
having
we'll
me.
have you on another time, right? So thanks again. We'll be right back. Stay tuned because there's a whole other half of the show.